Hey everybody, Kareem here, doing another one of these videos, supplemental educational videos for School of the Arts, and this is for the jazz improvisation class. And so today we're going to work on another concept. I wanted to talk to you guys about triads. I know we've talked about chord tones and some exercises to use chord tones in the past, and embellishing the melody a little bit. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to talk about triads in root position, and there's actually a bunch of different ways that you can move these things around. So when I say triad, I'm meaning if we talk about a scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, we're talking about 1, 3, and 5. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, right? Do, mi, so. So the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. And you can apply this to any type of chord progression. But what I'm going to do here is we're going to start with triads in root position, meaning that, like for example, if we have an F7 scale, so F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, I'm going to be using F, A, and C in that order, and those notes aren't going to change. So what I'm going to do is, like I said earlier, we were working on Sunny Moon for Two earlier in the semester, so I'm going to use that as an example here. And again, that's 4 bars of F7, 2 bars of B flat 7, 2 bars of F7, then a bar of C7, then a bar of B flat 7, and then 2 more bars of F7. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an F major triad, 1, 3, 5, F, A, C, and work that through the chord progression. Just using, let's see, quarter note, half note. So here's what that is going to sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let me turn this up a little bit. I'll start over. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Sorry, that was B flat. Back to F. C. B flat. F. Okay, so I've gone through the form and I've played 1, 3, 5. Now we can combine those notes, those 3 notes, 6 different ways. So now instead of playing 1, 3, 5, if I start with 1 again, I can start on 1, and my other combination, instead of going 1, 3, 5, is to go 1, 5, 3. So we just order the notes differently. And this gets us thinking and hearing in things a little bit differently outside of just the normal 1, 3, 5. So here's what that's going to sound like. 1, 5, 3 all the way through. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 3, 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. Now B flat. Same thing. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. 1, 5, 3. So if we're doing that for F, the notes that we're going to have is F, C, A. When we go to B flat, it'll be B flat, F, D. When we go to C, it'll be C, G, E. So now I've exhausted all the possibilities of using those set of notes on those lines or those spaces, F, A, C. Or I should say 1, 1, 3, 5 or 1, 5, 3. So now instead of starting with 1, well, if I start with 3, that'll give me another set of possibilities. So I can go 3, 1, 5 or 3, 5, 1. I'm going to start with 3, 1, 5. So for F, this will be A, F, C. For B flat, it'll be D, B flat, F. And for C, it will be E, C, G. So here's what that's going to sound like. 3, 1, 5. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4. That is 3, 1, 5. Now the other possibility I have here is 3, 5, 1. So we'll try that out. So for F, that'll give us A, C, F. For B flat, that'll give us D, F, B flat. And for C, it'll give us E, G, C. So let's check that out. Here it is. 1, 2, ready, go. So that was 3-1-5 and 3-5-1. And that exhausts the possibilities of starting on the third, which leaves us the last one, which is 5. So that's going to give us 5-3-1 or 5-1-3. So if we look at this from the perspective of F, that's going to give us, if we start with 5-3-1, that'll be C, A, F. If we go from B flat, that'll be F, D, B flat. And if we go from C, that'll be G, E, C. So we'll start with that one. So here's 5-3-1. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so, and starting on the fifth, now we just did 5-3-1, so the other one that we could do would be 5-1-3. So if we do this from F now, that'll be C, C, F, A. If we go from B flat, it'll be F, B flat, D. And if we do it from C, it'll be G, C, E. So 5-1-3. Here it is. 1, 2, ready, go. So, in doing this, I mean, again, this is just a simple concept. We're just using 1, 3, 5 of any given chord, and it's just a way to hear your way through the triad and hear your way through those different parts of the chord. The unique thing about this is you've got 6 different ways to play 3 notes without. So if you've got those 3 notes, the 1, the 3, and the 5, without moving those notes from those spaces, you have 6 different ways to play them. And I mean, of course, unlimited rhythmic possibilities too. Just you're only limited to your own creativity. So aside from that, I think it's a good idea to practice, arpeggiating and doing exercises with the triads too, just to get that on the technique on your instrument. So, for example, if I take 2 octaves and just go straight up 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, everybody's heard that sound before. So, and do that with all the chords in the song that you're working on. So, since we're working on Sunday Moon for 2 with F, F7, B flat 7, and C7, you'd be able to do that with all the chords. So all I'm doing here is going straight up 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, up to the top and then back down. And you can do this the whole range of your instrument. You could also invert the triad. So that means we're going to go 1, 3, 5, 1, and then do the same thing from the third. 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, and back down the way you came. Nice and slow. The same thing on B flat. Sorry. Then do the same thing on C. And the other thing you can do is skip every other note, almost like you're doing thirds, like da 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 da, like you would in a normal major scale. But we're going to skip every other note here with the triad, so that'll sound like this. Here's on F. And then come down the way you came. B flat, same thing. C, same thing. All right. So, and this, again, these are just some very, very simple exercises, and you can come up with more ways to practice the triads through other different ways. But again, the initial idea here that I want to get across is that if you take the the 1, the 3, the 5, and when you don't move those notes from those places, you can order those in 6 different ways to practice playing through on the form like what I just demonstrated. You can also do the same thing with first inversion and second inversion. First inversion, if I have 1, 3, 5, first inversion means that now instead of having 1 on the bottom, you put the 1 on the top. So now I've got 3, 5, and then 1 on the top, or 8. So that would sound like this. F, here's F in root position. Here's F in first inversion. So they call it first inversion because the third is on the bottom now. A is the bottom note, C is the middle note, and now F, instead of being on the bottom, is on the top. Root position, first inversion. So when I switch it over to first inversion, I get 6 other ways to play that as well. So now I could do 3, 5, 1, or 3, 1, 5, 5, 3, 1, 5, 1, 3, 3, 5, excuse me, 1, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5. So there's 6 other ways to do that too. So let's try some of those. So I'll start with, if I do this from F, if I do first inversion here, it would be A, C, F. For B flat, it would be D, F, B flat. For C, it would be E, G, and C. So let's try some of these through here. So here is 3, 5, 1 with 1 now on the top. 1, 2, ready, go. B flat. Back to F. C. B flat. F. So that was 3, 5, 1. So now let's try 3, 1, 5. 1, 2, ready, go. Sorry, here's 2, ready, and. So we've done 3, 5, 1, 3, 1, 5. So now let's try 5, 3, 1. So for F, that'll be C, A, F. For B flat, it'll be F, D, B flat. And for C, it'll be G, E, C. So let's check that out. 1, 2, ready, go. First one starting on the 5th in first inversion. So now if we start on the 5th again, we can go 5, 1, 3. So if we do that for F, that's going to give us C, F, A. If we do it on B flat, it's going to give us F, B flat, D. And if we do it for C, it's going to give us G, C, E. Let's check that one out. 5, 1, 3. 1, 2, ready, go. So those are the two starting on the 5th. So now we can do starting on the 1, which again we have 3, 5, 1. So if we start on the 1 up here, we can have 1, 5, 3 or 1, 3, 5. So let's check out 1, 3, 5. Getting it all in my brain here. So that's going to be for F, it'll be C, A, F. For B flat, it will be B flat, D, F. And for C, it's going to be C, E, G. So let's check that out. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. is if we start with 1 on the top now, so we have 1, 5, 3. So if we do that for F, that's going to give us F, C, A. For B flat, it's going to be B flat, F, D. And for C, it's going to be C, G, E. So let's check that out and see how it sounds. 1, 2, ready, go. So you can do this exact same thing again with, again, we're just talking triads here, but you can do this exact same thing again with second inversion, which means your fifth is on the bottom. So if we've got an F chord, that's going to be C, F, A. For B flat, it'll be F, B flat, D. For C, it's going to be G, C, E. So it's just that the three set of notes, but now our fifth is on the bottom. So that gives us 5, 1, 3. So and that'll give you 6 different ways to play through that. So again, this is just using a triad with 3 notes by using first inversion, root position, 1, 3, 5, first inversion, 3, 5, 1, and second inversion, 5, 1, 3. That gives you, and each one of those has 6 different possibilities. So you have 18 different ways to play 3 notes without moving those notes from those lines, the original lines. And then when you start improvising using those, you can put them in any combination that you want. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A 7th in there in the end, but so hopefully this makes sense. If you have questions, feel free to shoot me an email and I can clarify further, but hopefully that broke it down in a way that you could understand it and work through it on your own. So hope everybody is home and happy and safe and well. If you have questions, let me know, and happy practicing. See you later.